Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2019 action film Escape Plan The Extractors, or Escape Plan 3 essentially. And this is a film that is directed by John Hertzfeldt and it stars once again Sylvester Stallone. We have Dave Bautista, 50 Cent, Jin Zhang, Harry Shum Jr., Jane King and Devon Sawyer. Yes, that Devon Sawyer from the Final Destination film. Now, if you saw my reviews last year, or you've been following my channel at all, you know that I reviewed Escape Plan 2 Hades last year and I wasn't very complimentary about it, if I'm honest. It was bloody terrible, it was, as a film. I really didn't enjoy that film at all. So I think I did a trailer reaction for this a couple of months ago, whenever it was, and I wasn't expecting much with this film either. My understanding is that this was filmed directly following the last one, so they filmed them back to back. And this film once again stars Stallone as Ray Breslin, who is an expert at of going in prisons and then breaking out of them to show them their weaknesses, etc, etc. This one's a slight difference in a sense of the son. Devon Sawyer plays the bad guy in this one, and he is the son of the bad guy in the very first Escape Plan film. Now, you won't have a clue who the bad guy was in the first Escape Plan film because that's quite a forgettable film, but they give you a reminder in this one so that you'll recognise him. And he wants revenge on Ray Breslin. So he and his crew kidnap the daughter of a prominent Japanese businessman who helped to fund Ray Breslin years ago, and his partner, his dad. And also they kidnap Ray Breslin's partner, played by Jane King. And they hide out in this Belarus Latvian prison. I'm not really sure why or what their intentions are, other than revenge. Certainly from Devon Sawyer's point of view, plays Lester. And Ray Breslin is on the warpath then. He calls up Dave Bautista, who knows exactly where they are. And Harry Shum Jr. and Jin Zhang are associates of this daughter of this prominent Japanese technological businessman who want along for the ride as well to help out, and Ray lets them join. So they all head off to Belarus in the hope that they can rescue everybody and give everybody a lovely happy ending. Right, so that is the basic plot of this film. Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, this is a slight improvement on the last Escape Plan film. That isn't saying much because, as I've said, the last Escape Plan was shocking. The Escape Plan 2 Hades, it was really a terrible film. So I think this is a better film, only because they changed the format up slightly. I mean, the title is Escape Plan, but they don't escape from anywhere here. They're actually breaking into somewhere in this film, and even then that wasn't much of a task, because they've got to break into this prison in Belarus and rescue everybody that they need to and sort out the bad guy. So they changed up the story slightly. There are massive convenient plot devices in this film that are face palms left, right and centre in regards to how characters meet. Jin Zhang's character and Stallone's character meet for some inexplicable reason. There's no reason why Stallone's character should be where he was at that time. It was bizarre how they met. Again, Dave Bautista, and I mentioned this in my last review for Escape Plan 2, doesn't need to be in this film, and again, I think he's just here to pal along with Stallone. I don't know. He doesn't need to be in this film. He's barely in it again. And again, what he does do is okay. He has a decent fight scene in it and shoots his gun half a dozen times, and that's it. There's Stallone. This is a bit more brutal than the Escape Plans I remember in the past. This is a bit more violent, I would say. There's some fairly graphic death scenes here, and I don't remember the others being like that, but I could be wrong. I might just certainly the last one I might just blocked it out because I didn't like it. But there's some odd things. The way they film things wasn't work. There's a weird underground sewer fight scene. It's too dark, you can't see what's going on. And like I say, Stallone goes a bit Rambo in parts in this film. And yeah, I haven't seen that from his character in other films. Again, not from what I remember. But there are some decently well filmed fight scenes going on here, and there's some decently well filmed martial arts scenes with especially Jin Zhang's character, Shen. So yeah, it's alright as an action film. It's as a throwaway action film. It's alright, you know what I mean. It's not as bad as the last one. It's competently made. Again, Stallone he doesn't feel like the star of this movie again. He kind of just feels like he's along for the ride. But the last one, Escape Plan 2, he really did have a fairly limited appearance in it. Where he's got a bigger role in this one, I would suggest, and that's probably because his partner Abigail gets abducted in this one, so he's got to have a more prominent role in it. So you know, he does his part, he does his Stallone stuff. The scenes that he has, I do remember one of the complaints I had in the last one is his fight scenes look poorly choreographed, and you could clearly see that there were stunt doubles taking over from Stallone. It didn't look as bad this time. It didn't look as obvious, his fight scenes, if somebody was taking over his role in regards to the stunt double. Maybe that's why they filmed that underground stuff in the sewer where it was darker, so you couldn't see. I don't know. So I'm going to be a little kinder to this one. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It's bang average, to be honest, but it isn't as terrible as the last one. But please, no more. No more of this, Stallone. You don't need it. You've got a new Rambo coming out. And Dave Bautista, stop making tosh like this. You don't need to do it. So, yeah, that is my review for Escape Plan The Extractors, or essentially Escape Plan 3, with a fancy title. I hope you enjoyed the review, and of course I will see you next time on Screen Stars.